Hello everybody, so today I will be teaching you on how to answer a trigonometry data question. So let me do a very nice rainbow. Okay, so how do we do a trigonometry data question? That's what I name it at least lah. So for example, if cos 2 theta is equal to 0.3420, find theta. It's our first example. It's not as simple as taking of finding 2 theta and you get 70 and then you find theta. Oh, you get 35 degrees. It's not as simple as that. There's something that you have to know, which is possible values of theta. What do you mean there's more possible values of theta? Okay, let me show you something. Just like normal, draw this as A, B, C. In which quadrant is cos positive? We have quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. So we have the value of theta only in quadrant 1. We haven't found in this quadrant yet. By the way, when you want to draw theta, always put it about the x-axis. So this means if the theta is here, the condition is 360 minus theta. So 360 minus 70 is equal to 290. Okay, so this means that our next 270, our next double theta is 290. So this would be 290 divided by 2, we get 145. And by the way, if you want to know if it fulfills the requirement, you can click on calculator. And then you just put, for example, cos 290, and then you should get 0. Salah ni. You should get 0. Oh my gosh, why is it there? You should get 0.3420, which means that the value is correct lah. So you can always check your calculator, okay? However, this is not the final answer, okay? This is not the final answer. What do you mean? You know how like usually in trigonometry questions we know something about range kan? How they always write 0 to theta to 360. Now, because we have something like 2 theta, it means that we have a new range. What does a new range mean? It means that make sure to times everything with 2, you get 0, and 360 times 2 is 720. So do you think it's logical if our possible values of theta is 290? That's a very drastic difference compared to 720, which means that there is more possible angles that we need to find. No worries, let me teach you how. So first, draw our base angle. This is what I like to call our starting angle, which is 70. I will call it our base angle. So one thing you have to know, it's very easy. We just have to find, because we know that, okay, cos, yeah, we just have to know that because cos cos 290 is equal to 0.342, we have to fulfill the requirement where cos is going to be positive and it has to be equal to 0.342. So it means that it must be at this exact position. But because we have such a large range, let me show you how. So always do this anti-clockwise. So let's start from this. Okay. Write down your angle. Here is 290. Here is 70. Okay. So I'm going to use yellow. So I'm going to start from here. So here, one circle, and I land at this exact spot. It has to be at the exact position. Let me show you why, okay? But first, okay, when we land here, our angle is 70 kan, and we did a complete turn, which means that in order to find the new position of the angle, we plus 360 and 70, we get 430. Okay, now, click on your calculator. Cos 430, what is it equal to? 0.352 kan? 0.3420 kan? Which means that it fulfills the requirement. So that's our possible angle lah. Okay, now, after that, I want to try this one. Okay, in the quadrant 4. Okay, I'm gonna do a big circle. By the way, you must always start from your base angle. Yeah, I think I said that already. Okay, sampai sini. Okay, so means that from 290, I did another complete turn and then sampai at the same angle. So 290 plus 360 is 650. Okay, so does it fulfill the requirement? You can click your calculator by yourself. You still get 0.3420, which means that, okay, it fulfills the requirement. Okay, right. Your new angle. Okay, we have, apa tadi? 430 and 650. Oops! We have 430 and 650. Okay, now I'm gonna try. Does this mean that you have to do this like forever? No, you only have to do it until it before it exceeds 720. Okay, now let me try last time. Okay, I start from the first quadrant. Okay, I do this. There. Okay, then here. Do the same thing, 360 plus with what? Okay, 430. I get 790. Do I have to use this angle? No, because it's more than 720. Even if I click the calculator tool, you still get 0.3420. The range is 720 kan, so it means that you don't have to take the angle. So your answer sampai sini. So 430 divided by 2, you get 215. 650 divided by 2, you get 325. So this will be your final answer. Yay!